Hello, welcome back for another episode of Let Me Just Show Ya. So a lot of people have issues with short hamstrings, and hamstrings are the muscles that are right here in the back of your thigh. And so on our little friend Mr. Skeleton here, your hamstrings attach. So this would be your leg bones, and the leg bone's connected to the hip bone. There we go. So there's the hip, and you see all these little blue things. These are to identify where the different muscles attach. Your hamstrings actually attach down low at the knee, and then they come and they attach up here in the pelvis. See these little red spots? Okay. So what happens is when these are too short, it pins this down, and so a lot of the motion that should be coming from the hip doesn't. It gets translated up into the pelvis, and that's how we end up with these strained, it's called the lumbosacral junction. And so this is your lumbar spine, this is your pelvis, this here is your sacrum, this thing that's right in between the two halves. That's your sacrum right there. And so when the hamstrings are too short and you're trying to do things and you're bending over, you're moving, if this pelvis isn't allowed to do its normal function the way it's designed, it's not meant to do a whole lot of movement here this way. All that movement should be coming from here, the hip joints. And so if the part that should allow this to move, it's attached on this end and then attaches here. It keeps this from moving to give you all that flexion and extension that you need in your hip. And so that's how we end up with a lumbosacral strain because of short hamstrings. That's why I'm always stretching people's hamstrings, because this is like one of the main reasons for low back pain is short hamstrings, or low back injuries anyways, is that this is also, you've heard of the sacroiliac, right? There's the sacrum and this is the ilium. There's two ilia, one on each side, and then there's a joint in here that's very fibrous, and it doesn't move as much as this shows. It actually moves less than these normally. But they do move. There is movement there. In fact, the top of the joint is very fibrous, where the bottom here actually has the characteristics of a normal joint with what we call synovium and cartilage and things like that. So that's your sacroiliac right here, the SI joint. And so a lot of times I'll get one where this is locked up and this one's moving, but all the pain's over here is because if this is locked up, this is doing double duty, and it strains all the soft tissues, the muscles, ligaments, and tendons that are all throughout here, because this side is locked up. So that's why sometimes we adjust. So you'll say, if my pain's over here, why are you adjusting over here? It's because this side's locked up, and we need to take the pressure and all the extra loaded work off of this side. So anyways, that's all about that. Next one I'm going to do is regarding the sacro-occipital relationship, and I'll do that on another video.